Come on, Nom, let's wrap this up now. I know, but it's 45 minutes now, Nom. I just think there comes a point where you're milking it. Okay, welcome back to Island Dreams. There is much to catch you up on from the last month or so. After the victory against Guam, the boys flew straight back to the islands and they were greeted as heroes. There was a huge reception for them at the airport. It was a night like Saipan had never seen before, but unfortunately, Nom and I missed all of the festivities. We weren't able to fly back with the squad. International travel's pretty difficult for a couple of international fugitives since our escape from a Mongolian labour camp. So we hired a couple of bicycles, we cycled back from Macau. Took us the best part of 3.5 weeks, but what an adventure we had. Little did we know that the adventures were only just starting. When we got back to the islands, Nom said, "Shall we go out for a celebratory meal?" I said, "Nom, that's a great idea. Shall we go to that fish restaurant down at the marina?" Nom said, "You betcha." So down we went. I treated Nom to the sea bass. It's his absolute favourite. But halfway through the meal, there was a huge ruckus at the table next to us. What a commotion. Turns out one of a party of Americans had started choking on a fishbone. Well, who was first to their feet? Only the big guy back there. And he was performing the Heimlich manoeuvre before you could scream, "Save me." Turns out that the party of Americans were all working for a Hollywood film studio, and they were out in the Northern Mariana Islands on location filming for a new picture that they've got coming out later in the year. Well, they were so grateful to Nom for saving this guy's life, who turned out to be one of their lead producers, that not only did they pay for our fish supper, but they invited us over to their table. Well, that's where the drinks started flowing, and so did the conversation. Nom was regaling them with some of his Mongolian throat singing. They were quite enamoured. But then we got to talking about the Northern Mariana football team and our journey, and how we'd just qualified for a 4th competitive game of international football. Well, they were absolutely captivated. These Hollywood producers had never heard a tale like it. Pretty soon they were talking about turning this into a motion picture. I heard Gosling's name flying across the table on more than one occasion. Nom even convinced them that if anybody was going to play him in a movie, it should be himself. Turns out, back in Mongolia a couple of decades ago, he was only a big star in Malibu. That's the Mongolian film industry. So they're agreeing to give Nom one of the starring roles, and before you know it, they're flying us out here to Malibu every weekend to consult on how the story should play out. Things are moving at quite the pace. They're already in pre-production. The script is being finalised. They start filming on Monday. So these are exciting times for everybody on the island. All of the players want to know who's going to play them in the movie. And Nom, well, he's become quite the celebrity. He's now known around Malibu and Calabasas as the 7'4" Mongolian former wrestler and actor that can perform the Heimlich manoeuvre at a moment's notice. Nom and I have never lived it up like this before. So I've got to be quick, got to get back in there to the party. Just chatting with Selena, I think she wants to be in the picture now. But we've got a game against Tonga today because we've got to start making some plans about our squad selection policy for the second phase of qualifiers. The fixtures are in. The order of the games has not been kind on us. We're playing Hong Kong first, then North Korea, and Chinese Taipei last. I wanted to play Taipei first, as I felt that was the game we had the best chance of getting something from, having beaten them in an international friendly. I fear we might already be out the tournament by the time we play them, but that's to worry about for another day. We're thinking today very much about who's going to come to those qualifiers with us. So today we're going to trial out some of our 16-year-olds and see if they are up to it, because we had some talent come through in the last youth intake that we are genuinely quite excited about. Chief amongst those is Nathan Aninzo, who wants to be a number 10 But we are going to play as a deep-lying playmaker because he's got some great attributes for it. He can pass. He's got vision. His teamwork and work rate are pretty good. His flair is fantastic. He's a little bit on the small side, but he's 16 and already getting games for his club at the start of the new season. So he is genuinely a good prospect. Christopher Brostrom also looks like he could be a player. He's even shorter at 5'2", but a cross dribbler, and he's reasonably quick as well. He's not getting any games down at Shirley's in the second division, but could be an option for us over on the right. And then the great hope of Northern Mariana football, Jeffrey Belcher, 2 caps, 3 goals, lightning quick, unable to finish, unfortunately, but again, already at 16, getting games for his club side. So we're going to give these boys their head today. We're also bringing in Brian Unser, who's not quite as young, but a bit untested in that midfield. But Manny Aniana is out injured, so we're going to throw these boys in today against Tonga. And if any of them perform, well, they might just be booking their ticket out to the second round of qualifiers. So Tonga are by no means a pushover. Pretty mean opponents. We've left Joe Wang Miller in charge, but I am constantly texting him with instructions to give out. We're going to watch this game via Skype. Scarlett wanted to come out and watch it too, but I said, no, you stay in the party. I will nip out and see how the boys get on, and we are into the highlights. So Kirky tries to win the ball back in that right back position, unable to do so, but we got hold of the ball. Dale Lone's in as well. Getting on a bit now, Dale Lone. 29, but still 6'6". And yes, you guessed it. Here's little Chrissy Brostrom then. Only little. And he really does look it out there on the pitch. But playing for his place in the squad, as is Unser. And this is the one we're interested in. And that's why he's dinked a little ball over to his mate. And Belcher strikes a shot against the keeper. This is why we're excited about an Inso. That's got to be offside, hasn't it? We're giving that as a goal. Dale Lone's got it. I thought John Bogdan was stood on the keeper's toes there and prodded it home. But no, it's actually taken a little nibble off the goalie on the way through. And 6'6", there he is. And we are off to an early lead. We are excited about an Inzo. He's got that little bit of qualities, craft, and guile that maybe we've been lacking in those midfield areas. Bit of defensive work to go through here, though. Come on, can we get a challenge in? We can. Johnny Duenas puts a very soft head on the ball. And we're looking to try and win it back again. They've swung it into the box. They're playing around us a little bit here. Ooh, and here we go. Can he show some pace? He can't. He's played it forward. Can we slip it in the pacey one? Here he goes. He's not a finisher, though. He's not a finisher, but he can wriggle behind their back line, can't he? So, Aninzo and Belcher, I think, could well be coming with us. They look like very exciting prospects. Here we go again. Aninzo, what can he do? Can he create? Not that time. All right, this is still Northern Mariana. He's not going to get everything right. This time we thump it long. Brostrom's in. This guy has burst onto the Asian international football scene like a K-pop phenomenon. What another calm finish this is. Composure of 6. Brostrom with the assist. Nice little ball through. Keeper helps him out. Belcher doesn't flush his lines. Oh, Sloop John B is going to start getting jealous here. I think we have a new star man up front, and we're 2-0 up. And the youngsters seem to be playing their part. There's a little Duenas coming in. Nathan has been teaching him a few tricks. Nathan's very excited by the movie, by the way. He was angling for a role in it as well, but he turned up to his audition drunk again. But I'm sure they're going to get somebody pretty big to play him in the motion picture. I mean, it really is key part of the story, watching those free kicks fly in. And now their goalie's got the ball. We're closing them down. What kind of highlight is this? Are we going to let them through just before half-time? Well, we surely are. And we got away with one a little bit there. Vulnerable to the ball over the top. We don't have the paciest back line. We've got Cabrera pace of 6, Dale Loam pace of 4. Playing those two boys nice and deep. Okay, what are we going to say? We don't want to let the performance drop. I think we need to make one change at half time. Because we're only allowed to play Edwin Reluccio for 45 minutes, and I think he plays for Inter Godfathers, and the last time we upset them, they withdrew 6 players from our squad for a game, so we'll give him his 45 minutes of football and no longer, but we're also looking at him as an option at left back, because that is a position we found it pretty hard to fill. Let's tell the boys to get a little bit more creative. And that seems to have done the trick, because it's highlight time. Little Chrissy Brostrom, lacking in the strength department at 5'2", and giving the ball away again. Can we win it back from them? No. Tonga are having a little bit of play. They are pretty cool on the ball, aren't they? They've gone for their own long ball over. You don't beat Dale Loam with those kind of balls, though. And here's the little guy, imping his way forward. 16 years old, 5'2". Prospect. But unfortunately, when you're not getting any games for your club, you tend not to develop very well. Whereas Aninzo and Belcher are both playing already. I've only been in the game for 6 months. Here, he's in again. He's done it again. He scored a brace again. Jeffrey Belcher. I think we might have a player. Now, I'm not saying this is going to strike fear into the hearts of North Korean defenders, but at our level, and Nathan Aninzo, the deep line playmaker, has played the ball through that we've brought him into the team for. Not quite a clearance, but an under-hit one that counts as a through ball, and he's got another assist to his name. Playing all right here, the boys. Okay, he's in again. He's not going to get an international hat-trick, is he? No, because he can't finish. He's got finishing of 6, but doesn't he keep getting himself into good positions? Sloop John linking up with him like that time as well. That looks pretty good. Strike partnership on our hands. Need to win the ball back here, though. God, this guy's fast, isn't he? There we go. That'll do the stuff. Little Aninzo, he's only 16, but he doesn't mind getting stuck in back there. Tactical foul. Oh, goodness me, that's a strike. He got a little bit of Tekapua in him. Fortunately, it hits the bar. Okay, we're going to throw on the subs for the last 15. So, another youngster, Brad Camacho. He could be, well, trying to get his way into the squad as well. Duenas has played all right today. We're going to get a bit of pace on at right back as well. And I think that should see us through to full-time. Friendly fixture, so no point giving any goalkeepers their caps. Don't think we've got any more goalkeepers that have declared for us that we could give a cap to, even if we wanted. So, it's all about selection policy for the next phase. I think if we can find an extra goalkeeper to take out and cap in the next batch of qualifiers, we'll do it. Well, I mean, that spot is open. Nutzel's not exactly covering himself in glory there, is he? But it's all about whether we can convince one of those Americans maybe to come and give us another go. Just hoping that qualifying for that second round of qualifiers might just... He had a lot to work to do. He'd been dragged out of position. Might just want to make a return. So we'll see how it goes. But we're drifting towards full time. It's a 3-1 win. And I think we're going to say that the kids on the whole did all right there. Certainly Belcher has done his hopes no harm at all. And Nathan Aninzo, I thought, looked pretty good as well too. So there you have it. The next time we see you, we will be getting ourselves warmed up for that Hong Kong game. Now, let's not get carried away with ourselves just because we finally qualified. It's going to be tough. North Korea are huge. Hong Kong are a lot better than us. But we got a dream. Could we nick a draw against Hong Kong? Could we beat Taipei? Can't we just go and feel North Korea out and see how strong they are? Because, hey, we might not qualify for a 7th game of international football this time around. But, hey, in a couple of years' time, Who knows? Thank you for everybody that's supporting us and watching. Please leave your ideas down in the comments as to whether we should give youth its chance for the next batch of qualifiers or whether we should stick to those more established names. We're going to go away and work on the squad. We're going to see you very, very soon as we continue the hunt for more Island Dreams.